I will say this, Unstoppable Streletsky, we've had a tough time explaining Arena, but let's explain it to you, and maybe you can parse it out for the crowd. Essentially, it goes like this. You start with a certain amount of gold. Each team does. Each round, the team buys certain units. Everyone has their own budget, so to speak, their own stack of gold. You choose whatever units you want to buy, hussars, pikemen, skirmishers, etc. And then you meet in the middle where there's a flag. Whoever gets to the flag first controls the flag. But the moment another military unit moves in that vicinity and yours moves away, they control the flag. Whoever controls the flag for more than 30 seconds wins that round. And that 30 seconds is cumulative. It's not chopped up into the different times you controlled that flag. So think of it as a combination of learn to micro and capture the flag.
Well, round 1, here we go.
Oh, round 2. Alright.
Get that fog of war off so we can see everything.
I'm ready.
Regulars.
Yes.
Nice start.
Yeah, thank you. That's a little bit of a different start for me, because 2v2 is a bit different than 1v1.
Yeah, you definitely have to be a bit more careful when you're doing 2v2s. You can't really experiment as much as you could in 3v3. So they're going to be going Strelets, it looks like, and Hussars.
Oh wait, don't tell me. I should get out of the chat.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, don't...
Alright, bye-bye.
Yep.
I mean, I saw Strelets first round, so it's not scandalous.
Yeah. Yep, so we see a couple of Husses and Regulars versus Strelets and Husses. It's really going to come down to if... Wait a second, is that Pikeman? Oh yeah, so this changes things a bit. What I was worried about was it was going to be a team of Strelets and Hussars against a team of Musketeers and Hussars, and eventually the Hussars would just overpower the Strelets. But with the aid of... Oop. Okay, round 2. Gonna be paying a little bit more attention to this next round, I think. Didn't even notice those pikemen in at the end. What's USA got planned? Oh, sharpshooters, yeah.
Right.
It's definitely going to be pretty helpful for them. Portuguese sticking with Hussars, it looks like, and Russia just a group of Strelets, a group of unstoppable Streletsies. Let's see if they live up to their name. With the aid of some Hussars. Oh, recruits. Yeah, you probably want to mix in some of those just so you're not vulnerable to cavalry as much. Let's see how they do with the skirmishing here. He obviously has his pikemen on a bit of a cover mode to keep him close. Oh, is that cover mode or is that defend mode? Not too sure, but Hussars pushing towards the Strelets. Hussars mixing in. I think these Hussars' best chance is to go for sharpshooters, potentially. Yep, recruits, good job keeping the Hussars at bay. Now these Hussars just swooped right around the corner there, right for the Strelets. It's got a group of recruits still that he can deter the Hussars with. Has to make sure he doesn't lose all those recruits though, or else there's really little deterrence for those Hussars pushing on the Strelets. Sharpshooters are pretty healthy right now, except for now with this one straggling Hussar causing them some trouble. Yep, good to go. That good sharpshooter work really paid off in protecting his team's cavalry.
Yes.
10 sharpshooters and about 9 regulars.
I'm ready.
Should be a nice balance for us, combined with this group of hussars and pikemen. Oh, Portuguese adding in some dragoons, one of their more signature units. Yeah, that'll definitely help them out a lot. As for Russians, we see, it looks like maybe another group of Strelets. We definitely see the recruits still. It's going to be interesting to see whose massive infantry can deal with the other. Oh, wait a second. Falconet and Dragoons for French. Now, this is definitely going to shake things up a bit. Can this larger mass of Dragoons deal with... Yeah, I mean, if he could shoot those Dragoons out now, that would be really helpful. Oh, wait, yep, I saw that Falconet bear there for a second. Saw it vulnerable and, alright. Oh, cannon is engaging. Okay, he's going to try to make a move on that Falconet, but the pikemen are going to make it a little bit difficult. Good job closing the gap there to protect your artillery. Dragoons, try to move in on this Falconet while you can. This is really your biggest threat. If you can take this cannon out, that would be really good. Like, actually, very... Even the Strelets getting involved in the melee here to take that artillery out. If you really wanted to go all in to deal with that threat, which... I can't tell if, Oh, I don't think they can do much now. I mean, the infantry mass is too small to defend against this larger group. Good job from the Russians and Portuguese in dealing with the artillery threat and eating them slowly. What are they going to do to counteract this, though, is the question.
What is your command? I'm ready.
More recruits, more sharpshooters. Yes. He's sticking to a mainly skirmisher musketeer composition. French going for culverins. Now, the question is these culverins actually going to see much action today? Let's see. Well, only culverins... Well, looks like only one culverin from the Russians. Mostly just veteran Strelets and more dragoons from the Portuguese. Yeah. So really, it's just going to be a matter of using their culverins to kill their culverins so that your one Falconet can deal optimal damage. That seems to be the goal here. Let's see if they can pull it off. Now, that Falconet is going to try to... I would back off a bit with the Falc for now and just let the culverins do their job, since they only have one culverin you actually have to deal with. Also be careful of the Dragoons. The Dragoons could target your Falconet pretty easily. Yep. Just a little bit more health and that culverin will be down. He is going to retreat, though, and try to angle himself just perfectly to go for the Falconet. I think he's going to get it. Yep. Actually, the Dragoons took care of it for him, but, oh yeah, this isn't good. Not good at all. That team really, United States really needs to come up with something here. Let's deal with their anti-artillery. Definitely. Nope, not good at all. Not good at all. I'm pretty shocked because it looked like the United States team had more culverins in play than they did, and they somehow weren't able to land the final shot in theirs. It's basically cost them the entire round. Yep. Alright, we're moving on to Age 4 stuff now. Should be interesting to see what both teams do. Oh, Hussars. Veteran Hussars. Yeah, I could definitely see these being quite useful. They'll be good at pressuring the culverins. They'll also be pretty good against any Strelets on the field. How about the French? Are the French have anything new yet? Portuguese, it looks like just more dragoons. For the Russians, about 2 coves so far. Some recruits and yeah, let's see what happens next. Oh, we do see another Falc from the French, though. Yeah, probably looking to have a bit of a backup plan in case one of his Falcs ends up falling to their coves. It all depends, I think, here if he can deal with the Dragoon threat from the Portuguese and the Covern threat from the Russians. If he can deal with that, I think the Shaman team is looking pretty good right now. If they can't deal with that, I think they're just going to end up dealing with another lost round. Oh, wait, no, this isn't good. It looks like his Coverns are in more of a position to pursue the Falcons. Yep, not good. It seems like the Russian Covern team is... Oh, nope. Yeah, I think now these Falconets are going to be under serious threat because this Russian here has been very intelligent with his Covern use and has avoided any real return shots except for one. Oh, yep. Russia is doing an excellent job with their Coverns, managing them perfectly. First knocking out the Coverns and now taking out the Falcons. I think at this point it seems like French are just trying to keep this last Covern alive without this last Falcon from being taken out by the Coverns. Okay, I mean, it's anyone's game at this point. Oh, I think maybe French might actually pull this off now. Oh, nope. What happened here was that, oh, we got another Covern shot in. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Just saw that. Oh, Guard Hussars, yeah. So he's really looking to deal with the Covern threat. Because last game we saw the Russian player really managing those Coverns quite well. So if this team hopes to pull off any sort of upset, they really need to push in hard there and pressure those anti-artillery units really well. Portuguese seem to be keeping up with the Hussar and Dragoon mix, going with the Legion Dragoons, the Royal Guard upgrade. Russians, on the other hand, have sent in their heavy cannons. This will make a pretty big difference against infantry. And Strelets are up to guard level, and more recruits at the veteran level. Now, let's see here, pick apart what sorts of formations are going to be used. Yep, going in first with the Hussars, charging in, has to retreat. Dragoons are a threat, trying to creep up on the sides with the Coverns. First job, get rid of those heavy cannons, then his Coverns. You need to get rid of those heavy cannons really badly, because if you don't, that's a serious loss for you of a round. Right now, it seems like the heavy cannons are pretty safe, and it looks like the French Coverns outnumber that of the Russians, so as long as he can go in forward and not miss any shots, he should be able to deal with the Covern defense of the Russians. Yeah, but these heavy cannons are still operating, though, which is a serious threat. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do now. You need to, A, get rid of this Covern, and B, move your way towards these heavy cannons if you hope to gain any sort of statistical advantage here. Looks like he kept his pikemen in reserve, and he'll be able to push those forward for just a little bit more meat shielding. Yeah, no, I mean, he still has one heavy cannon here. I think it's safe to say that you're not in good shape right now. But we'll see. I mean, if you can micro your Dragoons effectively and keep them out of harm's way, maybe we see French and USA picking up this round. I think they're probably going to. They got the artillery down in just enough time to save themselves, I think. Round 7. Alright. So yeah, I think they just barely scraped on by with that. If they didn't take out that heavy cannon in, you know, a couple seconds, I think they would have been done for there, right? They got it just in the right amount of time.
I'm ready. What is your
Guard regulars, guard sharpshooters, guard hussars, coves. What about French? French seem to be doubling down on dragoons mainly, and Covern Royale, so the Fed upgrade for the Coves, and the Fed upgrade for the Falconets. Nice. How about Portuguese side? More and more dragoons and hussars coming into the fold. And as far as other units for the Russians, just more Coverns and Strelets. Alright, let's see this go. Okay. Portuguese cavalry engaging first with the enemy team. Just trying to deter his hussars and keep him back long enough for his culverins to make an advance on the French culverins. Let's see. Here he's got to retreat his hussars a bit. And now, looks like the Russians are managing their culverins quite well. Well, gotta be careful of that. But gotta be careful of that shot. Oh! I think French won in that quadrant because of the hussars flanking them. I think USA has this round in the bag. I mean, they gotta certainly have more than enough culverins to deal with the heavy cannons, and they have their own field guns still active. Yeah, I think this is an easy round for French and USA by far. Heavy cannons finally going down. Just has to do with that little ball of dragoons, which are not going to be able to do anything, unfortunately. Round 8, here we go. Alright, let's see, guard dragoons, coves, sticking to the same formula since it seems to be working for them now, and
Yes.
same
What
thing
is
for the
your
USA, just mixing and matching hussars, regulars, and sharpshooters is needed. Portuguese, they're just going to keep going up with their dragoons. And for the Russians, I think they're going to go more heavy into their... culverins, yeah. I think at this point it's just an artillery war to see whose culverins can shoot out whose culverins. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see these SARS make an advance on the... Oh, nice. Yep. And... Oh, cool, nice. Alright. Oh wow, look at those regulars, those recruits going in for the dragoons. Now that's something they probably didn't expect. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Portuguese and Russians took this round just because of the fact that they were able to keep really hard pressure on their artillery and their dragoons even with the recruits. Yep. Dragoons just stalling out. 4-4. It's pretty even. Now let's see what they got in store for us next.
I'm ready.
Same formula for USA. How about French? Same formula for them of dragoons and coves. What is now Portuguese have what's happening here? It looks like some of the dragoons have it looks like Portuguese killed off some of their dragoons just to invest more into Imperial Hussars. Interesting. Yeah, Russians, though, they seem to be focusing on Imperial recruits from the sound of it. Oh, wow, look at that big, massive Imperial Hussars doing some serious damage. They definitely are setting up a nice wall here to prevent a lot of pressure on the arc. Except for those Hussars, yeah. If he can get his recruits into position, he should be able to counter that small group of Hussars. Yep. Wow, that wall of Hussars on the Portuguese side kind of changed everything up, I think. You know, it definitely helped clear out the way and allow them to break on through. But the question is can this heavy can stay alive long enough to make a real difference against the infantry arm? I do think, though, that Russians are looking pretty good right now, especially considering how he has the recruits slicing down the coves without much of a fight. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Russia's looking pretty good right now, especially with their heavy cannons still on the field. Yep, the more shots this heavy cannon sees, the more likely I would say the Russians are going to come through on this round with their Portuguese ally. Only has about 2 dragoons left just to help with protecting the cannon as best as possible. Yeah, I think with pretty good certainty the Russians are going to pull off this one. Just because this cannon is looking super duper healthy right now and I don't see the dragoons. Yep, GG.